You know, just like anything in life, if there's no balance, it's not going to work. It won't. Yeah. But now, I'm not sure if the lighting is right, but hello, hi, how are you? Oh my gosh. Okay, so today I wanted to make another talk video, a sit down talk video, because there are just some things that I've noticed and it just has to be said. So, I've been applying to different jobs in like early career project manager roles, and because I'm just really into things that are creative and analytical. I've been applying to a lot of different roles, and I just noticed between like undergrad and like now, I just noticed a pattern with a lot of companies. Like a lot of people will say that they want innovation and creative thinkers, but they really don't do the things to acquire those types of people. And I noticed that like from internships and also like working with different graduate majors in the classroom, like I did this one project for my consumer behavior and marketing class, and most of my group, they were from BAME. Anyway, BAME, they're very technical people, really smart. Oh my gosh, they do some beautiful work when it comes to like analytics, like the way that they can just like take the analytics and just, the data storytelling is like next level. Like they do like really good work with that. But see, this is why you like have cross-functional teams, so everybody can like, you know, utilize their talent. So because I had like because I have a background in media production and a lot of like creative editorial stuff, podcasting, we had to make commercials or some type of advertisement. And so I had to jumpstart the creatives in order for us to get data. And nobody else really kind of had an idea of like what to do. And it wasn't just the people in my group, it was the whole class. And even fellow people in my cohorts, other marketing majors, like they really didn't know what to do. And I thought that was very interesting because I'm like the only one that, like one of the few people that comes from a soft skilled background, so like liberal arts, and they all come from either engineering or computer science. Like I'm taking a digital product development class. Most people, they're in the business and technology cohort, and that's like a really new program in the business school. But a lot of them, like their undergrad majors was literally computer science, and I was just like kind of like really curious, and they were all like, oh yeah, I want to go into product management, and I thought that was really interesting. And I was just like, because a lot of people are going into product management, but they're like very technical, like, and I feel like, wouldn't you want to have a more of a balanced team? And it's really rare to like find, it's really rare to find people that are balanced and either creative or analytical. But it just seems like a lot of people think that it's just best to like hire technical individuals and then just try to make them creative. But if you, I mean, like you can take art class, but that's not going to teach you how to draw. Like, you know, and it's just the same with analytics. Like it's kind of like, if you have it, you have it. If you don't, you don't. But I mean, like, yeah, you can work and like practice, but the thing is, a lot of people don't really understand the people, like their target audience, on a more like personal level. So when they read the data, they just like don't understand like what it means on a deeper level. And it also too, like that's like another thing too. So I'm like one of the only Americans in my cohort, and in general, like a lot of the graduates from the business school, they're actually international, except for like maybe MS HR and accounting. But yeah, so a lot of people that are trying to like go into a lot of these roles, like they don't really understand people in general. A lot of people don't understand people. People love to be understood, but they don't understand others typically. But yeah, I just like noticed that. I was just like, that's very rare, and I'm just like, oh, you guys don't want to hire me. Like I'm literally like, oh my gosh. And that's like another thing too. I'm like really I understand a lot of people. Like, I'm the type of person that, like, okay, there's been multiple times where I'll speak to like somebody from either like computer science or engineering, just like a very technical background, and like the conversation is literally like, they'll be like, oh yeah, I only have like 2 minutes to speak or whatever, and then we end up talking for like 45 minutes. One time that happened, I was talking to this one person. He was literally like a freshman. This was during undergrad. We were talking for like 2 hours, so I was making a newscast. I was filming B-roll for a project, and yeah, but I'm like that person. But anyway, enough about me. But I wanted to show, I really want to just talk about how I'm gonna name drop a few products that I've like noticed, because I just feel like this has to be said. One thing that I've been when it comes to headphones and music, like I really care about like what kind of quality that I have. Also because I love to create, I loved editing videos since literally like elementary school, and yeah, but headphones are like really important. But I've been a long time supporter of Beats, but now I don't know, I think these are gonna be my last pair. One second. I think these are going to be my last pair because the quality, like, okay, so Beats, like they, okay, so these are the Solo 4s. Yeah, I had the Solo Pros, which were the previous ones. Like I've actually had like the past like maybe like 2 or 3 Beats, the ones after the original Solos, and then yeah, pretty much every one pair from each generation after. Yeah, so I had like I had the Solo Pros before, and they, oh my gosh, the quality, those were like the best pair of Beats I ever had. They were wireless. They actually typically there would be like an issue with like the ears like coming off, like the cushions, like they'll typically like come off like super fast. So those were like the issues that I had with like my first maybe like first 2 pairs of Beats. That would happen, and I guess like that was a really big customer issue, and they fixed it. So the last pair of Beats that I had, that didn't happen at all actually for the first time. And the thing that did happen is just like the, you know, it just like wore down. I believe I got that pair of Beats sophomore year of undergrad, so no, that was freshman year of undergrad. Okay, 2019. And then like they just broke, and I think like earlier this year. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I just like literally like discarded them. So like they lasted like 5 years, which was literally like the longest. That's interesting. I probably had the dates a little bit mixed up, but either way, they lasted more than 2 years. Typically there's about like a 2-year run between like each pair of like the previous one, because there's just like something's always like happening. And I'm really gentle with my technology too, so like that's another thing to keep in mind. So if like something's like breaking, or I'm like switching it out super fast, and yeah, what's the purpose in paying top dollar if you're not getting the elasticity and the quality? I just really look into that. But these are marketed as like the headphones that'll stay on, like you can skate with them, you can do a handstand and they'll stay on. And I do say that it's true that they do hold this, because I use these for like working out, and when I'm walking and everything, I would wear like other pairs of Beats like when I'm walking to class and everything, and they'll kind of like slide off, but these don't do that. But the thing that they do, oh my gosh, the thing that does happen is that the sound quality is not that good. I would say like this is like one of the worst pair in regards to sound quality. Like I don't know, it's just not that good, especially since I also have like a pair of Studios. And I'll talk about those in a second. Oh my gosh. Well, okay, sorry about that. Apologies. Yeah, no, so what was I saying? Okay, so I was saying these were the yeah, the sound quality is just not really good. And one of the things that I noticed, like, when I always do research when I'm before I buy a product, because why waste the money? So yeah, I kind of know what is the experience of other customers and everything like that. So yeah, a lot of people, when the product is kind of new, you're not gonna have like the best of recommendations, because the product is literally so new that like no one can really tell you like, oh my gosh, these are just like so terrible, or these are so great. Like they can't really give you like any deep detail, because they're still experiencing the product just like the next person if you do buy early. And yeah, but I kind of had a feeling that like these were not going to be the best of quality. I don't know, they were just like something like the fact that they were cheaper than my Solo Pros that I had originally, and like that was just like another sign too, because like why is the market price significantly cheaper? And like I can tell like I don't know, it just, when I opened the packages, felt different compared to like the Solo Pros. Like, oh my gosh, I would literally have, I would have repurchased my Solo Pros, but they don't sell them anywhere, and I was afraid to like buy from like a website, because I don't know, you just never know, like, are these used? Am I actually gonna get that product? And like, can it be insured if it doesn't work? Like, I just didn't want to be out of like money and not get like any kind of product. But I got these on sale for like $100 at Target, and I do have them insured, and this is actually my first replacement pair, but I'm going to have to go send them back off again, because the original product that I had, like when I opened them, the sound, like, you know, it wasn't really there. Like it had sound, but the quality just wasn't there. It's not what I'm used to as like a Beats person. Yeah, there's like the sound quality, it's like, you know, yeah, but I mean, it's still good, but it's just not like, oh, like you can just tell that there's difference. It's a different experience. It's just like, you know, like, yeah, I miss my Solo Pros so much. Like, I could use them like working out and everything. I mean, like these, I love that they do stay on, like that is definitely true. But yeah, it's just that quality, like it just doesn't have like that same sound quality. But yeah, but there's also a battery issue, I will definitely say, and that's the reason why I'm literally on my way to the Apple store to have them shipped off. So I literally have to like, ship these off so they can look at them and see what's wrong, which is literally the battery. They won't charge at all. And all of the recent models of Beats, like you can literally charge them for like 10 minutes or so, and you know, you're good to go for at least like 12 hours or more. Like that'll give you like, I don't know, they charge really fast. But yeah, but that's what, like, my experience with these so far. In regards to the studios, I've never been really a studio person, but when I traded my phone in, I just got a pair of these because there was nothing else that I needed at the store. So I was like, but I did need headphones, so I got these first. But they're not really for like working out, and yeah. But these remind me of my Solo Pros. Oh my gosh, yeah. The issue with these is that the product, it just does not have, it doesn't connect well when I'm using them. Like if I'm like doing work on campus or anything like that, or just like listening to music and someone calls me, I can answer, I can get on FaceTime and like use these, but the sound will, like the microphone will cut off, and then people are like, oh my gosh, like where did she go? Like, can you hear me? And I'm like, no, like I can't, like I can hear you, but like they can't hear me. It's like the mic cuts off, so like they're gonna have to send these off too. So I mean, like that's what I'm saying by like, I mean, these are literally like retail value like $349, I believe. very expensive. Very expensive. Too expensive to be having an issue like this. But, yeah. But I mean, like, these are like marketed as like $129. So, I mean, yeah. I was going to get a Beats pill too when I was looking for a speaker. But then I was just like, why even risk it? Because no one else is like, I haven't really seen too much in regards to like the Beats pill. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, again, like a lot of the quality is just different on a lot of stuff, and it just shows. So I'm gonna probably like look into other headphones. Yeah, it's just different. Like when you start, like even as a kid growing up, like I would always do research on the stuff that I would ask for Christmas, because like this, like asking for headphones that are $300, like that's a big ticket item, and the last thing your parents or family or whoever, like they're going to want to do is spend money on something that's going to break, and then they're going to be like, why aren't you using the Christmas gift that you literally begged for? And you know, having to tell someone like, oh, they broke, but they know that you take care of your stuff. So it's like, yeah, it's like, what kind of product are we buying? That's what I want to say. But also, in general, even like, when it comes to video games, like Sims, okay? Sims, we had an issue. This is like a very unique issue that has happened recently. So earlier this year, we were able to log into our EA account fine. So my sister and I, when we were like younger, like when we were like kids, we were like we were definitely minors. We were like maybe like 10 or 11 when we started playing Sims 3, maybe like 9 and 10. But yeah, so we started playing Sims 3, and you know, things started becoming more digitized, and then so you would have to make an Origin account and all of that stuff. Then Origin shifted to EA for like the launching of the game, and so now there's an issue with EA because we can't, like, it kicks you out of your account, but we know the password and everything, but we can't play or access any of our games because it was a family account that was started by our grandparents, and it's really hard to get customer service on the phone. And I used my card to purchase something. It was either a digital card but definitely a game, because I did purchase like 2 games last fall. And this was one line, and I showed them the bank records and everything, and they still wouldn't give me access to the account. And I was just informing them, I was just like, this is our grandparents' email, they made the account for us when we were minors, and they don't have Comcast anymore. So Comcast, which turned into Xfinity, their the email, I had to call them, and they basically said that once the account goes inactive, you can no longer bring it back up, or even if you start the service over. So we're technically locked out of our account, and I kept trying to explain that to EA, and there's no person that you can actually virtually like speak to. It's only through chat, like verbally speak to. It's only through a chatbot system. Like, it's not even a chatbot, it's a live person, of course, but it's a chat system. And it's just like really terrible, because it just feels like digital robbery, because everything is all digital, and we wouldn't have this problem if we had the physical CDs. We'll just literally easily create a new account and just, you know, spend the time adding the games back in. But now, since everything's digital, like, this is like a problem with like digital products, because I get a lot of people are becoming gaming streamers and stuff like that, and like they take their games very seriously. But it's like, when you save a lot of money and you're also providing proof, like, yeah, we may not remember whose name is on the account or whose birthday is in there, which those are like very important things. But also too, I don't even think we have a number inside of the account, because it was like the switch before phone numbers were required. yeah, so it's just like things like that. But this is what I'm saying, that I don't think anybody, like, they're like, how do I even like communicate this to the company when there's like no one's email to actually reach out to? And like the few emails that I did find, like I had to use ChatGPT to find those because Google like wouldn't even like bring it up. And that's another thing I noticed too. Ever since like the merging with AI and ChatGPT, it's really hard to, it's even harder to research a lot of stuff, like basic information. So you have to use search engines that don't really have AI, but still a lot of stuff is hard to come up. Like yeah. And a lot of companies, it just seems like that there's customer service is either super hard to get in contact with, or it's just non-existent. Even with Xfinity, it took like an hour to just track down the proper number just to get the basic information of the inactivation of the email. Like that was just like way too much. And I just remember like my grandfather, like on the phone, like when we were kids, he would say, oh yeah, I'm gonna take you guys to the water park. But if he had to call Comcast, we're not going to the water park. Like literally, like, yeah, because it's just like so draining. Then you're bounced around to different people on the phone, and then you spend all this money on their services, and like they just don't really have the best, they just don't have like the best customer service. And I'm surprised that no one has even really fixed that now too. And now they have a chatbot system, and we actually made a chatbot in one of my classes. And yeah, I would say for some services a chatbot is okay. Like if you're like, for example, if you're like on for example like Sephora's website, like if you're making a chatbot for that and you're trying to find a mascara, that's fine. But when you have customer service issues, that's a problem. I just don't like their chatbot system at all. It's just not good. It's very like, it's super not helpful, and it just loops you around. It's like, it's there, but I don't even, like, I don't understand the productivity of it, actually. Like, yeah. It's almost like no one thought the user experience portion of that is like how are you making a chatbot and you're not doing a flow map of what this is supposed to do? But like also, like I had a unique issue, like those options aren't going to work for me, so I need to speak with someone, and it couldn't even give me a number or anything like that. And like, this is what I'm talking about. We need to be more conscious about the user experience of things, and yeah, and like the unique product issues, because like this is like a really big issue. And even with Sims, so too, I don't want to buy another game. Like even if they come out with Sims 5, like we're probably not gonna play that anymore. My sister's already like saying that there's another game called Enzoy out, or Enzoy, I think it's Enzoy. I know it starts with an I. But we had to do a lot to play Sims, so we love the mods and everything. But at the same time, that's a lot of storage and different things like that. And also too, the fact that we can't even get a hold of our game simply because of customer service and stuff like that. It's just, why even? And it's just like one of those things that like we love to play, like drop in and play, like, you know, for a couple of hours and go. Like we have like all of our custom content saved onto a flash drive now, because like, you know, we're not kids anymore, we're like young adults, and we don't really have a lot of time to, you know, download custom content that like we used to. Like we could spend like 5 hours a day. Okay, not a day, but like we can spend like 12 hours during summer like doing that. But yeah, but oh my gosh, someone's staring at me. I think her dog's peeing over there. But anyway, I just wanted to like say that too. But my main reason in making this video is that like we need to the disorganization, and with a lot of the businesses and it really shows up, like even in like the school system. But anyway, like the disorganization and a lot of businesses and even the school system, it literally shows, because even like my program like now, so like we have a curve, so only a certain amount of people can get an A in the class. But that doesn't really make sense, because even if you deserve an A, you like won't really get recognized for that. So because like some of the GPA requirements for internships, like I kind of got, you know, pushed out of like certain potential internships, because you know they're asking for a 3.2, but it's like, how can you acquire a 3.2 when I'm like one of the few Americans up against people that have majored in like STEM backgrounds. Like I'm in this program because it was very STEM focused, and these are qualities, like skills that I wanted during undergrad. Like I love the creative stuff, but again, like I always like saw myself like doing a blend of things. Like why are we taking math classes all from K through 12 if we're not going to like utilize that in some way? Like math is important. But yeah, no, but like I just wanted like more of that balance, and I wish I did take more business classes, and probably should have just like stayed the extra year instead of graduating early. But also at the same time, they were telling me that it wasn't a guarantee that I would even be able to get in any of the classes that I wanted, because I was also thinking about taking art and design classes that'll help me learn Adobe, not Adobe, yeah, it was Adobe Photoshop and stuff like that. But also when I take classes and everything, I really want to like actually learn the foundation of things. I just feel like teaching it is like non-existent, but like yeah, you're kind of like on your own. It's just you and ChatGPT. Even like undergrads, like they were talking about how like they use ChatGPT for a lot of stuff, and I'm just like, oh, what's the point in having the professor? Like literally, like even like sometimes like for our class assignments, like I'll notice like some stuff is like structured like the way that they want us to structure everything. Like, so we have to follow this format in order to get an A out of this class, because this is what the professor requires us to do. But at the same time, in the landscape of like job markets and stuff like that, I can't actually put this project on my resume, because it literally has nothing to do with what they're actually doing in the real world. Like one of my projects from my new product development class, I learned the new term of product life cycle. The project that we did in my new product development class is actually it's about product life cycles, and I forgot about this project. And we literally worked with Lavazza, which is a coffee place on our campus. It's actually a chain restaurant, actually, or coffee shop, chain coffee. Basically, it's an Italian coffee shop, and I noticed that like they have one in Dallas in one of the malls, and I just thought that was just like only like a part of like campus, and I was just like, oh, this is like a place, like it's like Starbucks, it's a chain. But yeah, so we like work with them on campus, and we were able, well, it's part of the hospitality tourism management school, so we were able to work with them for a few projects actually, and we added 2 new drinks, and we were able to we do a lot of like, yeah, we were able to add 2 new drinks while utilizing most of the materials that they already had for other drinks that they were already selling. But they really didn't have any like specialty drinks that were kind of like out of the box. And so one of the drinks that we made, it was a coffee gelato delight. And so my partner in this, she's from Saudi Arabia, and she her uncle has like a date farm, and Saudi Arabian dates are like so like good, like they're amazing, like they're, oh my gosh, like I don't like coffee, but the smoothie, the drink that we made for her, like, oh my gosh, it was so good. And like my drink was like really good too. Like I'm a smoothie person, so I was like, we need to do like a berry mix like smoothie, because like, I mean, a lot of people are like selling this, but like I don't know, something about that drink that both of the drinks that we made, they were just so delicious and so good that we did this project last fall, and the manager that we worked with for the hospitality tourism management school, she reached out to me over the summer and she was just like, hey, we want to put these drinks on the menu for fall 2025, so can you like send over the recipe again? And I was like, yeah, sure. And yeah, so I'm just like, I need to add this to my resume because I was applying to more jobs last night and I was just like, I do know product life cycle. Like, yeah, everything just goes by so fast. Like, all of our classes are like 8 weeks, so like we have like different sets of classes, like maybe like 1 or 2 classes like during the entire experience is like a full semester, but yeah, everything else is just like an 8-week course, and even the consumer behavior and marketing class that I took, that class was we actually got an A out of that class too. We also worked with the hospitality tourism management school. So we have this place called Boiler Bistro, and we actually wanted to do the John Purdue room, but they already had enough clientele. But they were saying like, hey, you guys can help us get clientele for the Boiler Bistro because we just started serving breakfast. And so it was a really fun experience, and it was like really nice to like, you know, work with them and like see like what they wanted and also how this can align with like our project requirements. So we were literally able to like do like everything and like get them the help that they wanted. But the thing is that they launched this breakfast, like the breakfast in like the mid-semester, so it was really like the last like couple of weeks where like everyone's kind of like checking out, like getting ready for like summer, and you know, you have like parents week, so it's just like it wasn't the best time to like properly launch. But yeah, we gave them like the recommendations that we would recommend and how to like better target their target audience and everything, and it was just like a really cool process. But that whole project right there, like I literally kind of had to like take the initiative in like creating the commercials and everything, to just like, I had to like jumpstart the creatives because I knew my entire group, like they're pretty much more so like analytical. So, and I wanted to make sure that everyone had something to do, because that's one thing that I hate, like when people do projects and they'll try to like hog every single thing and then write a bad review about the people in their group. But at the same time, it's just like, you didn't even communicate with anyone, you didn't try to ensure that everyone had a job and a part to do. So like now you're overly stressed and being very controlling with all parts of the project, and then you write a bad review about everybody. I don't like that stuff. It's rude, it's disrespectful, and it's just like giving lack of collaboration. Yeah, everyone got like an A. We all got an A. We were like one of the only groups to actually finish with an appropriate amount of time left over for questions and answers, and we weren't like rushed off of the podium like everybody else. Well, most people, only like maybe like 1 or 2 other groups like finished. And yeah, and we like performed A/B testing and all the requirements. It was a really good project, and you know, these are just like some real life skills that like I've demonstrated. But I feel like, you know, I got an A- for this project, but I feel like we could have got that A. But I'm not sure who got the A, because I was just wondering who got that A. I don't know. Or maybe like, I don't know, so I feel like some of the classes, like some of them, they don't even offer A's, but I was just wondering why we got an A-. Cause like, what's the minus for? But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to share that. And if anyone has any ideas of like any businesses that genuinely like want innovative people, like ideas to like apply to, like, you know, yes, I'm looking for early career roles. So that's another thing too. I might end up putting my resume on TikTok because I really want recruiters to like, you know, give feedback or whatever. I'll have to take my personal information off, of course. But like in general, like the the body of it, the experiences, like that's like I want like feedback on that. But then again, I think that like my resume is like good. It's just like a matter of like what people are looking to hire. Like if they're looking for someone technical, like that's fine. But yeah, but it's just like, I don't know, sometimes I just like feel I don't know, I'm just like really curious to see like what they're looking for. I'm like, are they gonna really like keep hiring? Like, yeah. I don't know. I'm like, sometimes I'm like really shocked. Like there was this one internship that I did. This girl, she was like really artsy, and we had to do like a campaign advertisement, and you know, we were doing, so like basically like all the interns, like we all had like different duties and stuff like that, and you know, some people were more free than others because of the time of the year and everything. So like summertime is like the planning cycle, so I was like in a strategy role and an engagement strategy role, and so I was like pretty busy, but also too I was like also keeping up with like, you know, our intern duties so we can do our presentation at the end of the semester, not semester, but the end of the summer. And yeah, this girl, she had like a lot of time, and so I guess like art, the design people, like they kind of come in like towards the later end of the year, like, you know, late fall, to like do their thing. But yeah, so like every department is like, you know, doing their thing. So like the planning stage starts during summer, and then like, you know, onward. But at least that's how it was for this particular experience. But yeah, but this girl, a lot of her, like, she's really good at like what she does, but like her stuff was like kind of like tone deaf, because mind you, this was like pharmaceutical advertising, literally a place where you have to connect with the people. And she was just like ready to just like start drawing and everything. And I saw her LinkedIn recently, and she's like a director now, like in the same company. Like she's a director, like she moved up like 2-3 positions. So I mean, you know, like, she's really good at what she does, but it's just like some of the like stuff that she was doing, it was just like, why are we wasting energy? Like, we need to be strategic. Like, we can't just start drawing without understanding what we're supposed to, you know. Yeah, but everything ended up working out at the end. And then she did end up like making some more like, you know, like cool stuff that was actually like aligned with the message of the product that we were trying to advertise. And yeah, but the thing is, what I'm trying to say is, again, it's very rare to find people that are creative and analytical. It's just like they're very creative, or like, you know, but this is why we have cross-functional teams. But I also noticed too, one of the alumni speakers, he comes from like a PR background, but he like has like done work with like different I'm not even sure what you would call his job title, but he gets pulled in from like different companies like Chewy, and I believe it was Coca-Cola that he worked with. Like, and he gets pulled around for like different things, and he's kind of like a project manager, I guess. I wouldn't even call him that, but he just like does so many cool, unique jobs, and we're just like, that's cool. It is. But even he was talking about how a lot of these teams, like, there was a bunch of research and data just sitting around that's not being utilized, but somebody has done the research and everything, but it's just not being utilized. And there's a lot of people, like, they just like don't know how to communicate to each other. So again, a lot of people keep talking about the same thing, but like nobody's like really like doing anything about it. And it's like really starting to show up in a lot of the products and services, and like, we need to do something about this. Another thing that's like an issue is that today's consumers are like the most unloyal consumers ever, and things are changing super fast. So that's another thing. It's not like your parents or grandparents, like, if they drink a certain type of coffee, you're probably going to grow up to drink that same type of coffee. And so that's like almost a guarantee, a high potential for those children or grandchildren to start drinking that coffee when they become coffee drinkers. So that's like a continuation of customers. What's the word? Okay, that sounds bad. The continuation of customers. That's like a percentage of guaranteed customers that that company would have. But since people are not super loyal to brands anymore, that people aren't just gonna buy the same stuff that their parents bought. You really need to understand like what people genuinely want, like beyond the trend. Another thing that's like really important to people now is authenticity, and people don't want to support brands and even influencers that are inauthentic, and that's another thing too. So it's gonna be like really interesting to see how people rebrand, because there's a lot of people making content that's not original and just nothing new. Like, I've been watching social media and like the influencer wave since like 2013 or 2014, I would say, is when it like the influencers like really popped off. Like during Vine, the MagCon boys, that was yeah, that was like 2013, 2014. And ever since then, like I would watch like YouTube beauty gurus and stuff like that, but like the guys were getting paid like a lot of money. And then like now today, like we have like influencer houses where like people do like challenges and stuff like that. But also at the same time too, like with the economy and stuff like that, like a lot of people are going to be like more money conscious and figuring out what's a necessity and what's like, you know, a want. But also another fun thing that I love to do is when I'm on TikTok, when brands pop up, I love reading the comment section. A lot of the small businesses on TikTok, I love shopping from them because like their quality is like really good. Also, like they don't really like mass produce their stuff either, so it's like, you know, everything's made in small batches. Oh, but one thing I want to talk about, I keep seeing a lot of stuff about like the King Kylie era, and a lot of people are kind of like back and forth about it, but like even that with like the branding for King Kylie, it's just like a lot of people, I saw a TikTok video and a few people in the comment section, they were saying that like King Kylie, like that era was cool and everything when we were kids and we didn't have any bills, but like now we're all like young adults and like, you know, older, like we're basically working people, like you're that age range at this point. So it's like, why would you go and spend money during a time like this in the economy when prices are highly inflated and you have to figure out like what you're going to do? Like, I mean, even for like college students, like a lot of like the loan stipulations are going to change with the big beautiful bill and everything like that. So like a lot of people are kind of like, you know, trying to see like, okay, like am I gonna be good? Like you're trying to figure that out too. So I mean, yeah, it's just going to be really interesting to see how a lot of people are going to be maneuvering like during some of the changes with some of the laws that are coming into place. Also too, they've been saying that we were due for a recession since like 2018. I remember being in government class in high school and wait, was that 2018 or 2019? Oh yeah, fall 2018. Okay, yeah, I remember being in government class and our like professor, like I took the dual credit one. Oh, yeah, very interesting, less sugar coated, like straight to the point. But he was saying that like we were due for a recession like back then, and then I was just like, oh, okay. So I was expecting the recession, but then COVID happened and all that other stuff, and then like now it's just like I guess something's approaching because like like I go places and I see like there was like the tax is literally like becoming next level. Like you'll purchase something and then you're spending $5 extra in tax. Like it's like, what? But anyway, that's what I want to say. Yeah, a lot of people are gonna become like more brand conscious and stuff like that. Not brand conscious, but yeah, it's the new wave is authenticity. Because like people, I just see like more support going towards like that kind of stuff. People just having fun and being silly and, you know, just making like relatable talk time content. Like even on a TikTok, like that's like, you can just tell like what TikTok starts to push. And even like the sponsorships too, like a lot of, oh my gosh, that is something that like needs to calm down, the sponsorship videos, because I get people that are trying to make money and like, you know, yeah, go get that money. But at the same time, it's just like when I'm on someone's account and I'm just like looking and I scroll past 2 videos, I see a sponsor like, are you tired of having a gut? Or you'll literally just like, you know, scroll past 3 more videos and then something else is popping up and it's just like, you won't believe what I just found. Tell me why I found these pills. And it literally like, it literally cleansed everything out of my gut. And I'm just like, why are we like so many gut pills? Like, oh my gosh. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, no. Yeah, the TikTok shop, I love TikTok shop, but like, yeah, we need to balance the sponsorships and stuff out, you know, a little bit more. At least like maybe different types of videos, because like every time you like scroll, it's like someone's trying to get you to purchase something. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. I need to go send this stuff to the place. And yeah. Well, I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to obviously like, comment, and subscribe. Like, you know, if you like the video, you'll naturally do that like by yourself, won't you? Like, anyway. But yeah, goodbye.